Hello, Pius. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Yay! Look at all the people. Oh, Pickle's with you today, Pius? Woohoo! And how is Pickle today? And thank you, guys. I'm glad you like my hat. You're gonna invest all of your money for a hat of Bidoof from Pokemon? I love hats, Pumpkin Spice. So I approve of the hattiness. Pickle's doing great? Excellent. Glad to hear it. Going for just emotes, guys. So fill up the emote wall. Just wall. We're doing a posture check. I Daz Sweat? Thanks, Sweat. They said, hey, we shall be sitting up straight. And we're doing a stretch. Thank you, Dream Slayer. Flaming octopus. Thank you for the alert, Kiro. And the snail's going for the stinky cheese. I mean, stinky cheese is the best tasting cheeses. That's a lot of piggies. It's always fun to see the emotes bouncing around on the screen. Well, thank you, Cowbades. Hi, Theater. How are you tonight? I've definitely been in dark places. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have somewhere that you can be or people you can be with where you can feel safe? Well, thank you, Cowbades. I made my pig hat. Then theater, I would say that you would either need to call the support line or think about going to the ED. Because fine doesn't sound like where you're at. How am I tonight? Oh, I'm all right. Pickles with Rocco in the living room. Well, I'm glad your kitties are doing good. My favorite animal is a pig. How about you, Popcat? What's your favorite? Well, Pius, you have a good dinner. And theater, you make sure you take care of yourself and stay safe, okay? Well, thank you, Cowbades. This is May. She's our magical unicorn llama, or llama-corn. The sushi's a bit fishy. Well, that's probably a good thing. It would be sketch if it didn't have any fish going on. What is my favorite game? I would say that 7 Days to Die is my favorite game. And Wyrena, where does my name come from? The zebra is from the medical world referring to rare medical illnesses as zebras, and the Ehlers-Danlos Society took that as their mascot for that reason. And pigs are my totem animal, so I smooshed the two together. What would I say is my favorite instrument? The clarinet. I love the clarinet, but the cello is really close second. May the llama corn be with you. Exactly, Boopster. I'll tell you about pizza. Joke about pizza, but it's cheesy. Oh man, Lily. What kind of music do I enjoy? Techno is what I listen to most of the time, but I really like the majority of different music types. I think that in general, rap is the only one I tend to avoid just because of the themes that they tend to include in their music. And I am doing pretty good there, Fireman Gaming. How about you? I would tell you a joke about unemployed people, but sadly none of them work. Oi. Your sister is a singer? Cool. Have I ever played the Call of Duty game? No, I have not. Well, thank you very much, Liaison? I'm always killing people's names. Sorry. We really appreciate the support, even if I can't say your name properly. And hello, Endoler. How are you tonight? I would tell you a joke about a rock, but it's too hard. Oh, man. Today is the dad joke night, apparently, guys. You would recommend Call of Duty Black Ops 4? Okay. That one's your favorite of the series? What happened to the dog that ate a what? She got ticks. Oh dear. What did one tree say to the other? Leave me alone. I'll tell you a joke about a gun, but it's too fire. Oh man, you guys have a bunch of dad jokes. I know she has one. Oh, I must have missed a question that Mr. Arch is answering. Oh, so for my Elder Scroll right now, yeah, my bigger tune, Gruha, is level 50, and she's at 160 on her champion levels. And then Riss, the little guy, he is level 18, I think. The zombies mode is best there because of the timeline. Okay. Lost in a sea of nachos. Nachos. It's totally fine. It's red liaison, but I don't have another word for the second I. Gotcha. And, you know, just for some reason, my brain, like, saw the missing eye and went, what do I do with that? Why are there gates in a cemetery? Because people are dying to get in. I have a question. If you've never been an admin and a question says is required that says that your biggest trait of being an admin, what do you say? Are you talking about in like an interview, Fireman Gaming? What do you call cheese that's not yours? Nacho cheese! I tell a joke about a nose, but it's a bit too itchy. Oh man. I don't trust stairs because they're always up to something. What did the worker bee say to their queen when they got home? Honey, I'm home. Okay, Caterpillar Man. Knock, knock. Why did the frog take the bus to work? Because his car got towed. So it was like a forum and it was asking you what you thought was one of the best traits of being an administrator? Huh. Yeah, Caterpillar Man, knock knock, who's there? Ah, who's there? Ah, somebody's knocking on the door. Oh, well, thank you, Liaison, I appreciate it. Hawaii? What? I guess I don't get that one. Dad jokes, I think you mean rad jokes. You guys are all kinds of full of saucy tonight. Oh, sorry, Fireman Gaming. Knock, knock. Oh, I'm supposed to ask who's there. I'm just reading the comment. I get you guys you're waiting for me to be like, oh, who's there? I'm totally breaking all the rules for the like knock knock joke thing. Orange who? I'm a little slow in the uptake. Well, ACO, I hope you have a fabulous birthday. Why fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing in case they get a hole in one? You know, gotta be prepared. Knock knock. Who's there? All right, Fireman and Caterpillar Man. We're doing it. We're doing it right. Well, thank you, for Lazion, for coming and hanging out with us. You have a fabulous night. I'm afraid of the calendar. Its days are numbered. Boom, boom, boom. And you saw me on TikTok. Well, thank you, Mimi, for coming and checking us out. I appreciate it. What does a lemon say when it answers the phone? Yellow. And now I got the banana at the door. Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of pizza and a small party. I was very grateful for how many people showed up. Well, that sounds like a pretty good day. I'm glad that it went well for you. What kind of car does an egg drive? A Volkswagen. Oh, man. You also saw me on TikTok there, Entelur. Well, thank you again for coming and hanging out with us and checking us out. You're new to Twitch, Pop? Well, thank you for coming to Twitch. It's a very fun community here. I would say that I'm also pretty new to Twitch. I've only been doing the whole Twitch thing for about 6 months or so. And I've been streaming for about half of that. And I will say that I have very much enjoyed the community that I have found here. And I can go to just about anybody's stream and just like start talking to peeps and be like, find that friendly, welcoming environment. I really do like Twitch. It's been a good platform. Wyverine is lurking. Well, thank you for the lurk. We appreciate that. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana again? And Major Caleb! How you doing tonight? Welcome, welcome. That emote is amazing. I love it. How was your stream? You were playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, I'm glad that your stream went well. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for coming and joining us. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption. And how are you today, Major Caleb? Oh, I'm tired today, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Never criticize someone until you have walked a mile in their shoes. That way, when you criticize them, you'll be a mile away and have their shoes. Right? So they can't kick your ass. How does a taco say grace? Let us pray. Oh, man. I don't have an Xbox or a Call of Duty. Well, breathe air. Breathing air is good. It is definitely a good thing to be doing. How are you? Absolutely not, Lex. I threw up the second time today, and I think I'm ill. Oh, Caterpillar, that's awful. I hate throwing up. And we're watering the face hole. Sorry, Lala. I totally, like, dorked, and my redeems got ignored for a bit. It's kind of like my off and on trend, though. We're pregnant. Ooh. You're gonna lurk while I stream? Alright, well, we appreciate the lurk, Toaster. And you're hoarding all the cakes, huh? And we're doing another water the face hole for absolutely not Legs. It was also reminding us that we should be sitting up straight, which I am crappy at doing. Yes, you have all of them. There's just this toaster sitting on a pile of zebra cakes. He got dropped right onto the cakes. And now he's like the king of the cake. Well, Caterpillar Man, if you were pregnant as a dude, you could get really rich if nothing else. What did the mayonnaise say when the refrigerator door was open? Close the door, I'm dressing. Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? He didn't have the guts to do it. Yeah. Oh, man. Now I have to think of a joke. All right, so there's 2 trees in a forest, a birch and a beech, and a little tree, a little sapling grows up between the 2 of them. The 2 trees are arguing over whose sapling it is. And an old woodpecker hears the 2 trees arguing over the sapling, and he's like, wait, I can solve this. So he goes on over to the little sapling and takes a taste, and he looks over at the first tree and he says, this ain't no son of a beech. He looks over at the second tree, and ain't no son of a birch, but this is the best piece of ash this old pecker ever had. There you go, that's my contribution for the joke train. You're gonna torture Zebra in the chat, uh-oh. You have a great night, Pop. Thanks for stopping in. Why did the skeleton cross the road? To pick up some spare ribs. Oh, wow. Is it bad that when I step on Legos, it doesn't hurt? I also love stepping on the Legos, especially the spiky ones. Well, I mean, I guess it isn't necessarily bad, but it is unusual. I think that when I have stepped on a Lego, it felt like somebody was trying to, like, drive a spike up through my soul, but, you know. And you've run out of jokes. Your nephew, 3 years, drank half a gallon of soap. How the heck does that happen? Most soaps aren't actually poisonous. They're just surfactants, meaning that they will cause you to have profuse diarrhea if you have, like, any particular reaction to them. What does a pirate say when he turns 80 years old? I'm 80. Oh, hi, matey. Like high leveled. Whoa. You guys are, like, particularly random tonight. But do I know why pirates are called pirates? I do not. Hello, I'm so cool, man. How are you? Because they are. I should have known. Oh, goodness. Hello, Kermit. How are you tonight? You want to eat the stuff in the lava lamp? I wouldn't really recommend that, but they do look cool. You're good now that you got your headspace relaxed? Well, I'm glad that you got your headspace relaxed. I don't know. What should I talk about today? If you want all the bad jokes to stop, you can talk about something. Well, what should I talk about today, Miss Raj? Do I play Pokemon Go? I have not. I don't really like Sundays because it's football night. My family get all riled up about it, and sometimes it's scary. Oh, the like commotion of it. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of the whole like rowdy sports scene. It's overstimulating for me. Have I ever played Genshin Impact? No, I haven't played that one either. You guys are like asking me about all the things I haven't played. You just licked your foot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess my brain's too tired. I don't know what to talk about tonight. Throw me a topic. What should I talk about? What Elder Scrolls do I play currently? I'm currently playing Elder Scrolls Online. We did a couple streams this weekend with our higher tunes, Sarah Salk and I. We did the holiday and we did the like kind of some dungeon running. Mostly what we've been doing is going through the story with our little elves. Who is my pick for the Royal Rumble? I don't know what the Royal Rumble is, so I guess I don't have a pick. I mean, Mr. Raj, I can just like start giving random body facts, you know, because everybody just loves random information. Like our ears never actually stop growing all the way up until we die. Isn't that weird? This is why older people look like they have bigger ears, because they do. Your earwax is actually a type of sweat. We just sweat inside of our ears and it's wax. Did I crochet my hat yourself? Yes, I did. And thank you, Cinnabon. You mostly play Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Yeah, I haven't really played any of the other Elder Scroll games other than the Elder Scrolls Online. Mr. Arch and Sarah Salk had played previous games, and I watched them play some, and they looked fun. So when I got the option to play Elder Scrolls Online, I decided that I would try that one. And I have really enjoyed the game a lot. I like how big the world is and how involved the history of the world has been, and how they like leave these little story nuggets everywhere for you to find. I've like, between the books and all the different characters that you can talk to, there's just a lot of world lore, and it's really cool. How do I find the motivation to create content? I was trying to do a 30 sub special today and ran out of motivation to finish it. Motivation is always a challenge. Like, I think one of the biggest important things is always to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you have the spoons to do the things that you're trying to do. If we run on low spoons, it is always much more difficult to be able to really do anything. And yes, Grazole, I don't know how. Have a fabulous dinner. Enjoy your foods. for me, I always remind myself why I'm choosing to do the things that I'm doing, and I use that as the catalyst to help me get motivated and help me, get the oomph to get going. And in context of like my posting, I remind myself of the goals that I have for ZebraPig and how I want to build a community and why I want to build that community, for myself, for you guys, so we can have a place that people that are diverse and different are treated like equal human beings, and don't feel like that happens enough in this world. So I try to stay so focused on the whys and the goals. I find that helps. And lots of self-care. He came from YouTube and he saw a video of wholesome moments and thought that I would pop in and say hi. Well, thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. And welcome to the Dazzle. Make sure you have a zebra cake too. Crazy Cole. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I'm terrible at getting people's names right. And I think that's something to keep in mind when it comes to creative content in general, whether this is art or photography or writing or making videos, that the making a lot of it is the best way to get good at it and is the best way to end up with good content. Just the idea of throwing everything against the wall and seeing what sticks. The more that you do it, the better you're going to be getting at it, because you're going to be learning all those skills and you're going to just keep building on it. And focus more on the process of the doing rather than whether or not each individual thing has come out as well as you would like it to. Because in the end, it's that doing it, is that practicing is what makes you good at something. So even if you go in there and you don't do as well today, it goes towards the practicing points. It's like leveling up. You got to grind. You're just going to sleep because your head hurts. And it's not very good to stay up. Yeah, it's definitely good to get sleep if you're not feeling good. You rest well? Want TTS for free. I am not sure what TTS is, fireman. And hello, Wild Turtle. How are you tonight? And welcome to the Dazzle. Glad that you're here and that you came to join us. Text to speech. I'm not really super familiar with text to speech programs. I usually do it the other way. I usually do speech to text. So I myself am not sure which one is a good free text-to-speech program. The text-to-speech program I used to use went from being free to paid, so... And Yuhan, thank you very much for the subscription. We appreciate the support. You're a rock star. You've been doing a sub special on one of the most important match in the Lily universe, Alistair versus Lily. And you're just having a hard time getting it, or? And we're watering your face hole. Thank you, Zero. I don't know either, but I want text to speech so that I can do things that are really good. I'm not even sure where's a good place to go. I know that when I'm looking for stuff like that, I have like disability communities that I talk to on Facebook. I go to those groups and ask them because they're usually pretty good at knowing what the good programs are. And hey, Rubkins, how are you tonight? Welcome to the Dazzle. And sorry, Yuhan, the Twitch chat doesn't allow you to share links. There's too many problems with potential, you know, bad links, not good places to go. Yeah, stuff like that. Hello, Baibu. How are you tonight? Welcome to the Dazzle. Glad that you're here. It's like I'm putting my two main personalities against each other, and I don't know how I should end it. All right. I know that when I'm working on scenes for writing, because I usually tend to write stuff before I do anything else, like even when I'm doing videos and stuff, I tend to write things out. Just try different scenarios. Like, so ask you the questions of like, what are the possibilities? Which ways could this end? And like, list all those endings out and then pick the ones that you think out of everything that you just write down everything you think of. Kind of like do I don't know, free for all, dump it out on the page. And then I pick the ones that seem the most plausible and I write them out, and then I decide which one I think is actually the more interesting. And sometimes usually what happens, is that I feel like it's a combination of the different pieces that I've written, and then I end up doing a second or third draft of a combination of things. So that's kind of how I tackle it when I'm not sure where to go with a story, but I kind of do everything from the written format first. What games do I play? Well, I'm a variety gamer, so I tend to play a little bit of everything. Right now, we have been playing ESO, and that is every Wednesday and probably will be for a long time because there's lots of story in ESO. And we're working through the story with our characters on that. And that's Sarah Sulk and I who are playing ESO. And then what else are we doing? We've been playing Soma, and that's on Tuesday. I think we only got one more stream of that before we finish the story for that, though. I don't know. It might surprise me. It might be a longer story than I think it is, but I'm anticipating one more. We play 7 Days to Die quite a bit. We play Don't Starve together quite a bit. Destroy All Humans. That's one that I do a lot. But if you want to see like all the potential games that I play, most of the games that I play are on my Steam account, and the link is down in my About page. You can see the whole list right from my Twitch account. And the only game that I play that's not in Steam is Minecraft. So it's Minecraft and that whole long Steam list. I think that the game that's been getting the most time lately, though, has probably been ESO. We have a holiday going right now, so we played for some of that, and they had a drop event, so I made sure we got some time so that people could get the drop from that event. So I think we've had like, I don't know, 3 ESO streams last week. So quite a bit of ESO lately. In general, my favorite category of game is the survival crafting. I really like the 7 Days to Die, Grounded, those kinds of games where you're wandering around an open world and you have a lot of flexibility in how you approach it. Yeah, I think that would work. Alistair and Lily are like two polar opposites. Lily is the child out embodiment of winter, literally has ice powers, and Alistair is a hot-headed demonic character who can't quite control her fire. Nice. And hello, Beard, and thank you for the support. We really appreciate it. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. How are you? you clicked the wrong button. Oh no, you rage quitted by accident. Hello, Egghead. How are you? Welcome to the Dazzle. Make sure you have a zebra cake. I hate it when I accidentally rage quit. You're like, shit, I don't want to quit. All right, so more random body facts. The average human adult produces about a cupful of nasal mucosa every day. Yeah, that's about how much snot we make in a day. And the really awesome part to think about all that snot is that we swallow most of it through postnasal drip. Doing another posture check. Thank you, Babu, because I'm definitely getting slouchy. Let's be good to our... Yeah, the posture check is totally different than a rage quit, right? Well, hello, Jinx. How are you tonight? And I appreciate that. It's gonna hit -6 degrees this week. Ugh, yeah, it's been snowing here. I don't think it's -6, but it feels cold, and there's way too much snow, and I'm really not a fan of winter, and I wish it would stop, but for some reason, Mother Nature doesn't give two shits that I don't like the snow, and she just keeps doing her thing. I'm tired today, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I've been finding that the transition from floor nursing over to doing ZebraPig, I haven't really, like, gotten that whole routine and schedule established yet, and it's making for not a super awesome sleep cycle, and I haven't been consistently taking my meds, and yeah, all of that's making me not feel as awesome. Am I from Canada or America? I live in America. Do I stream daily? No, on general, I stream 4 days a week. My general schedule is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sometimes if I have enough spoons, I will stream on the other days. And why do I curse? Because words are words. I don't feel that there are any word that is magically bad just because it exists. I think that the intent behind the word is more important. And I think that cursing is cathartic and is, because of that, it has a lot of mental health benefits, which has been pretty well researched. So I'm just not anti-cursing. And I know that there are many people who feel that cursing is not their thing, and that's okay too. But yeah, if you come here, you're going to hear me swear. No snow yet, but we did go through a drought during the summer. Am I Christian? No, I am not Christian. I am Wiccan. I was raised Christian, and I converted from Christianity to Wiccan when I was about 18 years old. And I have remained Wiccan up until now, when I am 41 now. So... and, well, Wiccan faith does not preclude swearing. Not that that's the reason that I converted to it, but... when is my birthday? It's in March. And did I watch the World Cup? I'm assuming that's a sporting event, and I'm going to say no. I don't tend to watch sports. If someone I know is playing a sport, then I can get excited about it. But to like just watch a sport that I don't know anybody, I don't ever get invested. I don't feel like I'm interested in sports enough just to watch it when I don't know anybody that's playing. Do I follow Jesus, and what is... No, I do not follow Jesus. I'm not Christian. I don't believe in Christ. I don't believe in the Christian monotheistic God. And it's Wiccan, which is a pagan faith. I'll put it in the text so you can... Because sometimes when I say things, I don't always enunciate super clear. Hey, Angel Dark, how are you tonight? And oh, I don't know. You strolled on in. How you doing? It's for soccer. The whole world competed in a tournament. Argentine won tonight. Cool. Yeah, I've never gotten really into the whole like world or, any of that kind of level of sports. But like when my brother was running track, I would love to go watch him run. When my daughter was playing, field hockey, I loved to go and watch her play field hockey. Like if there's somebody I know in a sport and I can go like cheer on that person, then it's super exciting and I have a lot of fun. But when it's just watching a television and watching strangers play sports, I don't know. I just don't find myself getting interested in it. You have an eye issue? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Angel. I really don't like it when my eyes are misbehaving. It's very uncomfortable and blah. My bad, I'm sorry for mispronouncing it, and you should really follow... like I said, it's fine. That's why I figured I would type it, because it's hard when I, like, am vocalizing a word. It doesn't always enunciate well. And it is highly unlikely that I will ever convert back to Christianity. I left for really good reasons, and it is unlikely that those reasons are going to change. You think that your retina is detaching, but the ER said that I need to see an ophthalmologist. Oh. If you really think that that's what's happening, oh my goodness, that's not good. And you went to the ER? Did they do an eye exam in the ED, Angel? You pressed your backspace button and it just combusted down. What? Like, are you saying that your button just kind of exploded there? I don't know. People have their own beliefs. Myself, I am also a Christian believer. Yeah, Luhan, I have nothing against people who are Christian, and I say everybody can, has the right to believe what they want to believe. It's just Christianity is not my faith. It's not what I can believe in. And I generally don't try to get into the whys I don't believe in Christianity and why I left the church. I find that a lot of people respond feeling that I'm attacking them in their faith when I talk about why I left the church. So I don't tend to get into that a whole lot. And hey, Best Downey, how are you? I am Wiccan. And we're water in the face hole. Thank you, Best Downey. but without dilation and an eye machine. If you really think that you have a detaching retina and you don't feel like the ER did a really good evaluation, my advice would be go to a different hospital and get a second opinion, because a detaching retina is a urgent situation, and not having it treated properly can cause long-term consequences. So if, that's what you really think is going on and you don't feel that the ER has addressed it, then I would say go to another hospital. You're making pork roast today? Nice, Matt. Pork roasts are amazing. We're doing a posture check. Thank you, Han. Everybody's going to make sure I sit up straight today. I'm not doing very good at it. And Jinxie, thank you. We're doing a stretch. Hi again, Pius. How are you tonight? You pressed it and it just cracked, and it's cracked down the middle. That is so wild. I don't know. Like, I have never had a keyboard button just explode. You saw my viral video and you came to check me out. Well, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that you came just to check us out after seeing the video. And you're welcome, Jinxie. I like talking to people. Crazy Cole had egg salad. I hope it was tasty. And yes, Bibi, Wiccan is a pagan religion. Wiccan is a umbrella term. Much like Christianity is, it encompasses a lot of different faiths underneath it. But it is a modern pagan faith. It doesn't have any particular deity. Some people who are Wiccan will worship a deity. I specifically do not. The overarching tenets are generally in believing that nature is central and that life is sacred. Yeah. I'm really terrible at like describing all the complexities of stuff in any kind of concise ways. You got fish yesterday from your sister? Nice. What are you going to do with the fish, Pius? Welcome back, fireman. It's one of the many ways that people believe. Christian, Jews, Muslims, Wiccans. Yeah, Snowman. I mean, it's one of the major world religions that's kind of an umbrella category. Yep. It was very tasty, but a little too mustardy. Ah. What games do I play and what platform? I always play on my laptop. I primarily play games that are on Steam. The only game right now that I'm playing that's not on Steam is Minecraft. And if you want to see my entire Steam game list, that is included in my links under more ZebraPig in the About page. A bit fell off. I want to see. I can take a pic and send it to the Discord. Yeah, that's just crazy. I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing. Life is sacred. Morals and religion should not require one another. Oh, absolutely, Angel. You do not have to be religious in order to have any kind of morality. There are plenty of atheists who are very moral and ethical people. One does not preclude the other by any means. Because you can be religious and not have good moral standing. I mean, they're not connected Those are two separate things. And did Moobot work? Did you actually get to see the Discord? Because sometimes Discord comes up weird in the Moobot. Someone stole your bike? Oh, I'm sorry. That's rough. I hope that you're able to get it back. What if we turn chat into a roleplay? Like I said, just a theory, but what's... You mean like doing a role-playing game over the stream? That's weird. I don't know. I can't say that I've ever thought about doing that. Gonna head to bed and have an 8-hour shift tomorrow in the morning. Well, good night, Pius. You sleep well, and I hope your shift goes good. And also, when did the stream turn religious? Well, firemen, I generally will talk about whatever people ask about. It's just one of the many aspects of people's lives. I think that religion and morality are complex topics, and I'm willing to have conversations about complex things. But yeah, you know, is it specifically a religious chat tonight? No, not necessarily. Just ask something that's not related to religion, and we'll talk about that. I think your best bet would be find a D&D channel where the streamer is a DM and all people chatting are always the same. Yeah, if you're looking for somebody, I think that's good advice, No Man. If you're looking for a stream that's doing kind of a roleplay thing, it would be underneath the D&D category, probably. While I do play D&D and I do DM, I can't say that I have even remotely considered how one would do that over a stream. You should try a game called No Man's Sky. It's a free roam game where you can fly through space and over 18 sextillion planets, and each planet's almost life-size, and you can build so much and collect so much. It's fun. Ooh. Abul? Well, that sounds like an interesting game. I haven't even heard of it. Go to the Discord and in general and say where you're at, and I'll send the pic and message. Oh, if you want to share a picture, I don't know, you can do that right in Discord. Right, and if you're looking to turn chat into an RP, the channels that tend to do that kind of thing are under the D&D category. It would be a blast to watch me fly the ship. I take it you've seen the No Man's Sky, Miss Raj. I have not. I have no idea. Well, I will have to try to remember the name of it and check it out, because it sounds like quite a few of you think No Man's Sky is good. I did, but I'm trying hard to remember what his channel was, because I have the memory of a goldfish. There is a guy that does DM right into his stream. But yeah, right off the top of my head, I don't remember what his name is. There was this one neighbor that I had that wouldn't let me go fishing at my fishing spot, but it wasn't ever even her pond, and I had permission from the owner. So glad she moved away, because we found her snooping in our garage, and she was trying to take my tackle box because she couldn't find my fishing pole. You know, some people are just like, I don't get it. They feel like they should have control over everything, and it drives me absolutely nuts. And I will check Discord after my stream. But I don't look at Discord during my stream because I don't manage the multiple layers well. Well, you have a good night, Snowman. Sleep well. You own No Man's Sky. Well, all right. Mr. Rogers like, yeah, I own this. I got it. All right. And you think it would be fun to watch me drive my ship, crash right into a star or something? Gemma, how you doing? Oh, man, I'm sorry that Twitch was being mean. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, it sounds like No Man's Sky would have a lot of content and lots of exploring. I love exploring. Eve on Steam, it's like No Man's Sky, but more complicated if you're into that. And it's also free. And if you want to put recommendations into the Discord suggestions channel, that would be awesome, because by the time the stream is over, I will not remember the names of these games, and I'll be like, oh, that one is about space, sounded super cool, and then I won't remember the name of it. So I was in LDG to meet my ex. Oh. There's a channel on our Discord for suggestions like this if you want to drop things in for her, right? Miss Archer's always faster at answering stuff than I am. I'm like, Yeah, because I do love suggestions, and people have, like, given me recommendations for some really good games that I've checked out. But yeah, I don't always remember the names by the time the stream is over. Come 7 o'clock, it'll be like, so... Yeah, 7 o'clock. 10 o'clock. And I'll be like, I don't remember what we talked about. There was a game. I don't remember it. Yeah, Bee-Boo, you sleep well. Have a good night. Shadow the Kitten has come to watch stream. Well, you give Shadow a good ear scritching for us, Lily. What channel is the one for games? If you're... I don't have to respond to every comment. I don't think I'm responding to every comment. But I do try to read all the comments, Eric. I know, I'm slow. And that's probably why I'm slow, is because I try to respond to all the things. And you're like, I'm here to help. I know. Most of the time what happens, though, is that I respond to it, and then I realize you already did. I'll be like, oh, look, there's his reaction. And Mr. Arch, can you throw up the Discord link again? Thank you. And if for some reason you're not seeing the Discord link here, it's also down in my About page. You can find it there and click on that. Nope, you can't do it? Oh, okay. You're like, I'm on strike, you can't make me? Nope, I want to ask how Twitch streamers, their moderators, or how you become one exactly. How people choose their moderators is different from channel to channel. I personally have chosen moderators that I know in my personal life and people that I trust to know, like, the what we're trying to build as a community, and I trust their judgment and don't feel like I need to have, like, a big orientation or conversation with them about what should and shouldn't be happening in the community. So I base it on, I want to know the person, and I want to make sure that they are someone that is really familiar with the standards and expectations for the community, so that they can really independently and just have free reign in their moderation. Because I also choose people who are moderators on both the Twitch stream and in Discord. They get privileges for both at the same time. You just sent the suggestion and hope you can look into the game and see if you might want to play. Yeah, Boo, anytime people give me suggestions for games, I do check them out. That doesn't mean that we'll play it, but it is something that I check out. Whether or not I play a game, there's a lot of factors that go into it. I mean, the first being it has to be one that my computer will run well while streaming. The other thing is it has to be on a platform that I use, which would be pretty much just Steam, at least at this point. And then I consider whether or not it's going to be a game that will stream well, because there are some games that are super fun to play, but aren't even remotely fun to watch other people play. So I try to like look at that too. Is it going to be a game that people are going to want to engage with and that I can play and still like do chat? So yeah, there's a lot of layers in it. So the streamer picks a mod you don't like, apply to be a mod for a stream. So for most channels on Twitch, there isn't an application process to become a mod. For most channels, they just approach you and say, hey, do you want to do this thing for me? However, there are some that do have an application process. They tend to be the bigger streams, but us smaller creators, we don't tend to need very many mods, so we usually can pull from the pool of people we know in real life. Like my channel is a little bit misleading because while I do have 140,000 followers, my active viewership is around an average of 35 right now. So we don't get a big storm of people in chat all at once, so I don't need like a whole bunch of mods. So right now I only have 3, which in all reality is way more than we have ever needed. Well, thank you for joining the Discord there, Crazy Cole. Yeah, the Discord's like where the shenanigans happen when we are not online. If you post something there, I will read it. I read all of the posts on Discord. Depending upon how many posts and how prolific y'all are being, it will depend on how long it takes me to get through everything. But I do look at everything posted there. And when I'm doing my social media run and responses, it's always the first place that I check. So it's a really good place if you want to share things with me and the Dazzle community, because that's our central hub for the social media stuffs. Some guy said that I posted the thing in the wrong channel in general. I put the thing on, but oh well. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. And if it's super problematic, one of the mods will let you know, or myself. Hello, Journey. How are you tonight? Welcome to the Dazzle. I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired today, but overall, not too bad. Yeah, I'll probably go rest after the stream. But for better or worse, I get bouts of insomnia on a pretty regular basis, so the whole cycle is kind of a hot mess. Gotta ask if mods people can pay as well for moderating your stream. Again, that depends on the stream, but the majority of streams do not pay moderators. For the most part, they are community members and like volunteer workers. Some of your larger streams, they will pay their moderators, and those are generally the streams that do have the application process and are more of a business model establishment. But yeah, the majority of your streams on Twitch will be looking more at a community kind of aspect and approach to things. And because of that, the moderators are not a job. It's more of like a community position. Hello, drop the toaster. Nom, 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 nom. When you get a 3D printer filament, you're going to print a ZebraPig figure. Oh no, we're back to the ZebraPig figures. That's crazy. You forgot to say in the server, but thank you for the BI fault. Well, you're welcome, Gemma. Thank you for everything that you've been doing in the community. We really appreciate, you consistently showing up to streams. We really appreciate how you have been interacting with the other people in chat and how supportive you've been and how you've been active in the Discord community. You're a rock star. Enjoy your sparkly diamond. I think it's supposed to be a diamond for the VIPs. I wish that we could like change all of our little tag, I don't know what to call them, but the little roll icon that goes next to your name. I wish we could change all of those. I mean, I don't know what I would make it for a VIP, but Toaster, he's like, I'm gonna do it. This topic keeps coming back up. Everybody's like, I'm going to make a 3D ZebraPig. And I'm just like, oh dear. It's not a job, it's a calling. Right, Miss Stretch? Badges. Yes, that's the word that I was looking for. Thank you, Miss Stretch. I love it when, like, I know the word, but the word just goes way out of my head. And then I'm just sitting here floundering going, that thing. The thing that we use the thing for. I want water in the basil. Thank you, Journey. Everyone, it is important to stay hydrated. One day. I'm beginning to feel like one day it is going to happen because you guys keep coming back to the topic of a little ZebraPig statue. So sometime I'm just going to go to Discord and there's going to be a little picture of it. And you're all going to be like, look, we've made a shrine. And I'm just going to be like, oh man, you guys are crazy. Well, Gemma will be here for a little while and woohoo, Christmas break. Yeah, that I always looked forward to breaks when I was in school. Now you guys are conspiring. You're like, we shall bring our skill sets and resources together. If you don't mind me asking what illness you're suffering from, hope you can get better, though. So I have a genetic disorder. It's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and there are 13 types of Ehlers-Danlos. I have the hypermobile type. So it's not something that I will get better from. It's chronic. It's forever. And the prognosis of it is that the symptoms will get worse as I get older, and things will just continue to progress. So yeah, it is a connective tissue disorder, which means that it affects my whole body because my body does not produce the connective tissue the way that it should. And that ends up with a lot of comorbidity diagnoses, and the list of that is pretty long. And we just take things one day at a time. You have a friend who's been a little busy, but he can make it too. Toaster's like, it's gonna happen. Oh dear. You guys are crazy. Oh, it's all right, Johan. You know, I look at my genetic status like everyone else. You know, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, and we all have our challenges and our hurdles. And yes, I have a genetic disorder, but that doesn't mean that my life is any more difficult or any more miserable than anyone else's. It's just different challenges and different hurdles. So I don't know. I just don't view it as anything different. And I mean, I guess part of it is that I've always been this way. I've never had any other body. I've never known a different state of being. So I think that also helps. I think it's harder when you get an illness when you're older in life and your body suddenly changes. I think that would be harder. I mean, that's just my perception and assumption. He does 3D animation, so it's gonna happen. No, Toast. And what are you gonna do with this like little plastic 3D zebra pig once you have him? I'm just gonna sit him on a little shelf and be like, yes, I'm zebra pig. He lives in my room now. I should be the best president. No, nobody wants me to be in any kind of position where organization is required. You're gonna give them out to everyone. Sell it for merch. Oh dear. So Toaster's just gonna become the merch vendor, you know, for the zebra pig statues. Yes, Toaster's talking about making the mini pigs. This mod approves. Oh dear, where's from the zebra pig model? You'll buy 10 mini pigs from everyone. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Yep, I am. Well, apparently Toaster and I needed to like establish a merch deal. Suddenly has idea to print out a ton of zebra pig posters and just put them around school. Oh no. You guys are crazy. We'll need a Discord channel to share their adventure. Like, oh, now I suddenly have a vision of the Discord channel being like, look at all the strange places I have put Zebra Pig's statue and taken pictures of him there. Yes, he shall travel the world. Look, he's here. Look, he's there. Hey, we're doing a posture check. Thank you, Hud. Because, yeah, I'm being slouchy again. Mini zebra pig shrine shall pop up everywhere. Oh goodness, you guys are crazy. I'm working on the model on Tinkercad. I'm now like imagining the whole like, what is it? The Travelocity gnome that ended up like the little garden gnome that ended up like going like to other parts of the world and they took pictures of it like it was on vacation. I think it was a garden gnome. And of course, Cyrusol would be all behind the crazy cult statue activity. A zebra pig army. Oh, goodness. Water in the face hole. Yes, we're drinking. Drink. You guys should be staying hydrated, too. Make sure you're drinking, too. Even better, mail the 3D Zebra Pig to Zebra Pig's PO. So Zebra Pig just shows up at Zebra Pig. And we're doing a wiggle. Thank you, fireman. Oh, guys, wiggle. Let's be good to our meat boats. Fun fact, until last year or so, there was still a Travelocity gnome in Rock City. Oh, 1 minute later, one shot. Me. I don't know, you're getting saucy. He's like, we're just gonna drown you again. We're gonna get ZebraPig hoodies with ZebraPig masks and hand out mini ZebraPig statues out to random people. Oh my god, I just got visions. You guys have a pig mask on and you're all like in your ZebraPig hoodies standing outside of Walmart with your little statues. You too must worship the ZebraPig. Otis says so. Oh my gosh. Just need pamphlets. What would we even include in our pamphlets? Just in big letters on one page. Be nice. Who said it's gonna kill me? What? Oh, I guess drowning does imply death, but no. Just lots of water. That's the pamphlet. Be nice. We did have the Be Nice message video idea from the mod chat. Be kind, rewind. Oh my god, Stacks. I remember that. Sheesh. Now I feel old. Yes, one page. Be kind. Just stop being an asshole. Okay, I gotta go to sleep now. It's 12:30 in England. See you next year. Well, Wuhan, you sleep well. Thank you for coming and hanging out and visiting with us. Be nice, drink water, eat food, right? Just do all the things to take care of yourself and other people. Or, like, each pamphlet just has one little phrase, like... You have a good night, fireman. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. The ZebraPig may be an asshole to turn if worshipped properly. The possibility is right. I guess it depends on what kind of asshole we're talking about. Because it definitely hasn't slowed you guys down from harassing me. That kind of asshole still exists. But the, like, mean jerks that are mean jerks just because they can be, yeah, we could definitely do with less of those in lives. I think the world in general would be a much better place if everybody just embraced the spirit of kindness. You know, if we all decided at the beginning of every day that we were going to do our best to be kind to each other, I think would go a really long way. Just got back from looking at YouTube. There's something about assholes. I don't know. Is your ears burning? It's like, oh man, was somebody talking about me? What? Every time I turn around, though, you guys are back to the, like, culty things. I'm gonna blame Sarah Sulk. She must be putting you up to this stuff. You say this like a bad thing. Generally speaking, when we say cult, it's considered a bad thing. WGO. I don't know what that means. Hello, I cannot stay for very long as I am on data, but I wanted to come and say hi really quick. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by. Everything's peachy. We appreciate that. I hope that you're doing well tonight. That sounds like a you problem. Yeah, there's a whole long list of things that are a me problem. And oftentimes they're strange and creative problems too, just to be, you know, interesting. Well, you have a good night and sleep well there, Peachy. All right, so I read something online today that I thought was amusing and amazing and funny all at the same time. So someone was saying that it's illegal in Switzerland to only own one guinea pig because it's considered animal abuse because they're such social beings that they don't do well if there's only one of them. So in Switzerland, if you're going to own a guinea pig, you have to own at least two. Like, is that really a thing? And if so, that's really cool and it amuses me to no end. Like most of the random laws that we have in America and just seem like, why does this exist? This one is not a law that I would ever have expected to come into being, but it's definitely like, oh, I can see why that's a thing. So I don't know. Do we have anybody from Switzerland who can confirm whether or not this is a true thing? The strange things that I read and learn about. All right. Gonna have to start giving you some random human body facts. What's some random human body information? You know, and it's always the ones that are like vaguely gross that come to mind. Like, I know that the average adult human by the time at the end of their lifetime, we produce like, yeah, about 40,000 liters of saliva. And I don't know why I know that, but there you go. There you go. My weird law facts are less wholesome. Yes, your bones are wet, and it amazes me how many people like think that they're dry. Like the whole human body is wet. Like we are just bags of water, essentially. There's nothing in the human body while it is living that is not wet. Yeah, we are totally glorified saltwater bags. This is absolutely true. Like, that is the majority of our consumption. I mean, our existence right there. I mean, and I also know the random fact that if you walked 12 hours a day, every day, it would take the average person about 700 days to walk around the world. I mean, assuming that there were like bridges that you could just like get to the next continent. But yeah. We are meat mech suits powered by fat and jelly brains, right? Why does insert human thing here exist? To make salt water inside us or to keep the salt water from evaporating? Pretty much. Everything is about to the regulation of our salt water. It always comes back to that. I mean, and on that topic, the average human body has 2.5 million sweat pores, which is just mind-boggling. That's like a lot of pores. Not quite 2 years did not sound bad. I know, isn't that like crazy to think about that the average person could walk around the world in 2 years? Like, my brain feels like the world should be bigger than that. And maybe it's just because I walk really slow, because I don't think that I even come close to the average walking speed. Your computer broke again? Blah. I'm sorry, Crazy Cole. Your body does not recognize your eyes and does not differentiate between the two. Sort of, yeah. Our eyeballs are a weird thing. I find it amazing how the eyeballs work. And the fact that there's so many creatures that have these like photoreceptors that like make images in your brain is just cool. Well, I hope whatever you're trying to get work on your Xbox works there, Crazy Cole. Yeah, when you have an inflammatory response, oftentimes if it's in the eye itself, um, yeah, your brain generally will inflame both eyes. It's kind of weird. But not if it's the surface of the eye or the eyelid that's infected. Yeah, it's our eyes are weird things. I mean, my random facts mostly, I think, just because they amuse me, mostly focus around like the gross like body humor stuff, because like I think that it's entertaining to just know this stuff. And maybe it was because when I was a kid, I was all like wanting to have toilet humor so that I could like, give that shock factor to adults. I don't know. But I never really entirely grew out of it. So if you get me into like random human body fact mode, it's usually going to be about like pee, poop, snot, sweat. Um, like the average human being will spend a year excreting waste. Like, just in the bathroom for the purpose of excreting waste. I mean, spread over your life, but, like, that's a lot of time spent getting rid of stuff. Rise up the ZebraPig army. You're not allowed to shoot a whale from a moving vehicle in TN. So you can shoot a whale as long as you're not moving. Oh, Tennessee, yeah. My brain, for some reason, did not make that abbreviation a state, and I was trying to think, like, chat text abbreviations. But do they specifically say whales, or is it just can't shoot an animal from a moving vehicle? Like, there are some really dumb blue laws out there. And it does specifically say whale. All right. I see, like, I don't even know, like, what is the, I would be interested in knowing, like, the history, because, like, how does stuff like this even come to be? Drink a bottle of water. Thank you, basically. I like taking out my mic. It's fine. The adult toy law in Georgia is weird. Oh, yeah? What is their law? One per household. Oh. And maybe this is why they're so, like, no matter the number of occupants. Oh, well, we're just going to share all those things, right? Because that seems like a perfectly good idea. One per household, and if we lived in Georgia, we could have bought like 90 houses, right? I think that looking at like legal history in America is just like, what? What? Your baby brother has way too many toys? Oh, well. I mean, in Washington, it is illegal to kill Bigfoot. Yeah. Sharing is caring. Yes, you'll share all kinds of things that you didn't want to. Those lawmakers have very boring sex lives if they think one toy a household is too much, right? Yeah, Washington law says that you can go, it's a felony, and you can go to jail for 5 years if they can prove that you killed Bigfoot. All right. We've got laws to protect mythical creatures, guys. Like, I always wonder, like, how these conversations happen. Like, I imagine being the dude who proposes it, and it's just like, what? America has dumb laws for minimum laws to officially declare a state. For the most part, those newer laws are crazy. Who was the first person to donate to you? I honestly have no idea. I know that the night that I went on stream right after, like, having gone viral, I got a crash ton of donations, and because it was through PayPal, it didn't link up with any, like, particular account, so I have no idea, like, who it was that was the first donation. Not gonna brag, but I already present Bigfoot, right? I mean, careful, Washington might come after you. Some days it feels like America has more laws to protect a cryptid than people of certain groups. Yeah. Yeah, some days it does feel that way. I think it was the YouTuber who made you sing happy birthday. I don't know. I know that Crave was watching the stream when I went on live after the viral event, so it's entirely possible he was the first. I do know that he did make a donation, but I don't know, like, where in the order of events that was. There was a little girl who got a unicorn husbandry permit in California. Yeah, like, really? Here in the Philippines, you could go to jail just for disturbing someone. Like, what is that? Like, how do you even define disturbing? Like, that's such a broad category. Like, I know that one of the blue laws I talked about before was Virginia. Virginia's blue law that you can't do any hunting on Sunday, with the exception that you can always kill raccoons on Sunday. What? Like, what do raccoons do, man? Like, suddenly talking to someone when they're talking to someone else. Oh, okay. Because I could disturb people with weird facts. Like, yeah, I could definitely disturb people with weird facts. I mean, there's something about, like, random information that you'll never need to know in life that... I don't know. It's just very satisfying to my brain. Like, I do not need to know that killer whales are really dolphins, but knowing that just somehow makes me happy. Must have plans of doing her studying in Scotland. Oh. Did you know that you can mark your chicken on a Sunday around the courthouse on Sunday, but only if it has a leash? Like, pardon me, my chicken's on a leash, like, coming through. This is totally legal. Could you imagine bringing a rooster on a leash into a courthouse? And be like, I know it's rage machining in a jerk right now, but it's on a leash, so it's fine. Turkey on a leash? Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, turkeys are definitely bigger, but my personal experience with the birds is that the roosters for chickens are nasty little fuckers, while turkeys generally, like, are pretty chill unless you rile them up. Scotland has a long history with the unicorn, yeah. The unicorn really is the official national animal of Scotland. Is it really? The Scoticorn. It is an interesting rabbit hole if you want to know more. I mean, I would love to know more about the unicorn and Scotland's history, because I did not know that the Scots declared a mythical being as their national animal. No ice cream cones in back pockets in New York? Like, what? Oh, it's all unicorns, Bigfoot, and dwarfs, but what about elves? I don't know, basically. I mean, I think that elves are definitely not being represented. I mean, and what about the goblins, man? We should have our own tribe. Maybe I have the place wrong, but it's a law. Why would anybody keep an ice cream cone in their back pocket, let alone a pocket? I know, right? Like... I mean, elves and goblins are generally included as types of fae, so pick a Celtic country. Okay, you're not wrong. I mean, as far as the lore and mythos goes, that they are definitely fae. So yeah, you're right. You're right. If we go to Ireland or Scotland, the elves and the goblins are given plenty of attention, but definitely not in America. Goblins are disturbing just by thinking of what they're gonna do when they actually exist. Goblins are my favorite mythical creature. They're my favorite fantasy being. I love their mercurial, mischievous. They're somewhere between like I don't give a fuck and cute and just yeah, I love the whole combination of being like embracing kind of that animalistic stuff and also how they are portrayed as often trying really hard to help other people, but then on the other hand, not giving a fuck and stealing babies. I mean, they're just so unpredictable and wonderful. I love goblins, and I think they're cute. Hop the frog. We're gonna do a wiggle wiggle, guys. Make sure we're moving. The cute part I don't get. Yeah, I know, right? I'm one of those, like, it's so ugly, it's cute, people. Yep. I definitely fall into that category that something can be, like, ugly cute. And goblins are definitely ugly cute. Why would anyone use the timeout thing? I have no idea, but it is actually one of our more popular redeems. According to our statistics, there are 3 redeems that are used the most often are the water the face hole, wiggle, and stretch, and then ban comes in at number 4. So the whole like rage quit thing is one of the popular redeems. So I don't know the answer to that. I actually like had to look it up and see if it was a thing used when it was in the recommended list of redeems. It's like just the standard list. So I was like, is this a thing? Like, do people do that? And then sure enough, when I looked at like the overall Twitch statistics, it is one of the more frequently used timeout, redeems to do a timeout. I think a lot of people would prefer demi-humans than anything else. I find it really interesting how people do not want to embrace human diversity and then, like, get really excited about all the mythical, made-up, diverse creatures. And it's like, why don't you just, like, embrace the plethora of diversity that exists? Bunny girls and cat girls supremacy, right? It must be because it's some combination of, like, cute power. You got a cute girl and a cute cat. Stick them together. Yes! Like, is that like a super pussy? Strange things happen in my brain. Have I ever seen... Nope, I have no idea. The mythical diversity they can ignore when they want at no consequence or cherry pick without being uncomfy. Yeah, you're probably right, Sir Sulk. Because nobody's going to be offended if you say, I don't like goblins. So yeah, you're probably totally right because there's like no pressure. And the other thing about goblins is that I can make goblins be what I want them to be. I can embrace the traits of goblinness that I like and write about them the way that I want and make them what I want them to be. So yeah, you're right. You're right. I get it. I just bleh. Girl supremacy. Pan's Labyrinth. Oh, yes. I love Pan's Labyrinth. I see it in the Spanish and go, I don't know what that is. I got it all set up. I can finally stream your Switch. Nice. I'm glad you got that all figured out. That's cool. What do you have on the system that you are planning to play? That's just a triple demi-human? He's the director. Yeah, it's I see the like foreign languages and go and I know that I've seen like the producer's name and Pan Labyrinth and all of that in the Spanish multiple times, but my brain just doesn't retain it. I'm doing well to retain English. So much software I had to install. Mario Party? So, I don't know what Mario Party is. Is that like the one with all the little mini games in it? And the Creature Creator. I love his critters. Creature Creator. Ooh. I really enjoyed a lot of the creatures and the visuals that were in Pan's Labyrinth. Absolutely. I liked that they stayed with more of the puppetry look. I don't know. There's a word for it, but and didn't get like super overly handed with the CGI. And I liked that they went back to a lot of the original lore for what these creatures looked like, and how they functioned and the way that the Fae were like engaging with the humans. I really, really enjoyed it. It still irks me that they call it Pan's Labyrinth. There's no Pan involved, and it is the Faun's Labyrinth for a true translation. Yeah. I have heard people who read Spanish make this statement, and I'm not sure that anybody who did the translation has ever made commentary on why they chose Pan and not Faun. But I think that the idea was to make it more accessible to Americans, because most Americans, when they see the Faun, they don't know that that's what Pan is actually called, and they think of Pan as that whole race rather than as the single individual. So that's my best guess, but yeah. It does present some problems with the translation, because it was definitely not Pan. Like, Pan had nothing to do with that at all. Yes, it has a lot of different things. Okay, cool. I'm going to have friends over and stream your whole bedroom. Is it Sunday for me? Nope, it's still... I said nope. Yes, it is Sunday. For some reason, my brain registered that you were asking me if it had changed over to Monday yet. No, it's still Sunday. My brain does weird shit. And Doritos! You want to go back to Sunday? There was bread? There was bread. I guess I don't know what that means. Don't know the context to that. There was bread. I missed something. Well, I'm glad Sarah Soul got it. I'm super excited for Christmas. Because you're asking for Hot Topic stuff? Cool, cool. But the labyrinth wasn't made of bread. Let me move there so that it's always Sunday. It doesn't work that way. Pan is bread in Spanish. Oh. I'm like, there's a joke there that I don't have. I'm like, I don't get that. Okay, Pan is bread. Okay. I did not know that was the word for bread. Okay, that joke makes sense. Yes, the bread was the one who led them through. And then I hear, like, quite a few Americans give the commentary, there was no labyrinth. And I'm like, guys. But, you know. What would you call what they ran through at the end? I know, right? I mean, and that was a literal structure that we refer to as a labyrinth. But the other thing that I try to remind people of is that if you actually look at the word labyrinth, it isn't necessarily a physical place. It is a complex path to find your way. Like, so that was what the whole story was about. She had this whole complex path that she had to navigate through in order to find her way home. Like, the whole story, the whole movie was her labyrinth. I'm just like, guys, like, it isn't always necessarily in reference to a physical place. And again, I think that's where it comes down to people not like really being familiar with the like mythology and the terms being used. Water the face hole. Well, you have a good night, Crazy Cole. Thank you for joining us, and I hope your stream goes well. And I find words like that interesting because while there are two different definitions, there's definitely like one definition that, at least in America, is primarily the way that people use it. Because when you say labyrinth, you definitely, the majority of Americans are definitely thinking about a structure, building that is a maze that you physically get lost in. So I think that sometimes people like don't even know that there's another term. And it makes me wonder if, like, over time, it's going to lose that other definition. I think language and the way it evolves is fascinating. You too, will you be on tomorrow? Glad I could most of the time at school. Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow again. Same time, same place, same channel. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow off the top of my head, but I will be on. Tomorrow is Monday, so that is going to be our 7 days to die. Yeah! And we're going to be playing on the 7 days to die server. So for those of you who have access to the server, you can play along with us while we're doing the stream. And right now, in order to have access to the server, you have to do the membership through the coffee shop, which is at the bottom of the screen, right there, the buymeacoffee.com ZebraPig, or you can go into the About to follow that link. And you can look at the different tiers of membership, and one of them will give you access to being able to have the servers. And right now we have the 7 Days to Die server up, and a Minecraft. Sheesh, I love it when words fall out of my head. I was going to say, you know, the block builder game. But Sirasol killed me out. It's fine. I can already smell the zombie blood, right? And those individuals who have VIP status, if you go into the Discord, you will see that there is now a channel for you guys because you guys are awesome. And as a thank you for your community involvement, you will also have access to playing with us on the servers. So, yay! And we're going to be doing that tomorrow. And hopefully we have all of the kinks worked out so that 7 Days to Die will stream well. And how do you get 7 Days to Die? So 7 Days to Die is a Steam game. And I honestly have no idea what the cost of 7 Days to Die is. But I'm gonna take a look. It should tell me, right? And it might not because I've already like gotten the game. It looks like the basic game is $25 right now on Steam. And Gemma, we will definitely be doing stuff with you guys that does not require you to like even necessarily purchase anything. And you can definitely make suggestions for things to do in the Discord channel too. Yeah. Just be aware that it is a game that we joke will never leave alpha. Yeah, there is that. I mean, it is a quirky alpha game, but it does run well and it plays great and I love the game, but yeah, it seems like someone's personal, like, permanent pet project because I don't think they're ever going to, like, formally say we're done and publish it. Yeah, it does often go on sale. Yeah. It's better than it used to be when Mr. Archer and I started playing. Yeah, I didn't get into it until much later than the two of you guys. And I will say that by the time I got into it, it was a pretty stable, well-established kind of game. The mini bikes. Yeah, there was definitely some weirdness with the mini bikes for a while. So many mini bikes being swallowed and sometimes spit out later by the world. Yeah, the mini bike would just like disappear and then like show up in some random ass place in the world, and you'd be like, I have 3 mini bikes now. Okay. Or I had a mini bike, I have none. So I made another one. I still have none. Yeah, I did play for that fiasco. That went on for a while. And the server is vanilla. Like, I don't have any mods or anything. I don't tend to play the whole mod stuff. But mods usually make games too hard for her preference, so she doesn't generally play them across most games. This is true. Like, I am not a like super proficient gamer. I don't have like awesome hand-eye coordination skills, which is like highly required for the whole gaming thing. And as much as I love video games, like, my physical limitations make playing video games a interesting challenge. So when you get into the like more difficult controls and the more complicated rules, it really does create a barrier for me able to play. Like, the more complicated rules are harder for me to like remember and process. And yeah, controls. Yeah, I have a very like slow, like, once I've learned something, I have it really well, and I do good. But like, yeah, that first learning, I'm not a quick learner. Especially if there isn't a very, very basic walkthrough everything. This is so true. Like, I can remember when I first started playing Minecraft, the degree of frustration in that game was insane. I don't think that I would ever have really gotten into Minecraft if Sarah Salk literally had not been sitting there with me and like basically giving me a walkthrough tutorial of the game. I don't think that I would have been able to play the game. Just because I was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to build anything. Like, what's going on? Yeah. The learning curve on video games oftentimes is a hurdle. And I think that's part of why I have a tendency to stick with one game and play it for like a really long time. Is because, gee, I know how to play it and I know what the rules are and I don't have to do the whole struggle of figuring it out. It hurts a little sometimes. Yeah, I know it can be a challenge for Mr. Arch and Sarah Sulk and Stacks, who are pretty quick at learning new games, and then they look at me like, what are you doing? What are you doing, pig? And I'll be like, I'm just like over here in the confused corner. It's fine, guys. I'm just gonna sit here confused on my confused stool in my confused corner. Yep. It so does. Yeah, sorry guys. And I do super appreciate how incredibly patient all three of you are when you're teaching me new games. Because if I'm learning a new game, it's usually one of them who's teaching me how to play it. If not a combination of all three, because we frequently play games together. Very slowly getting the racing track done. Nice! All right, so another random human body fact is that when we go up into an airplane, we actually lose function of our taste buds and don't taste as well. Like, how crazy is that? So when people in airplanes complain about the food not tasting good, it's not because the airplane food is poor quality, it's because your taste buds are not functioning properly. I'm really excited about doing the pig racing. So I hope that once we get the Minecraft server up and running, that people, you know, will join us and we will be able to race pigs. Pigs! I'll be back in a few minutes. My friend asked me to hop on Roblox and my laptop can barely handle more than 2 tabs at once. Ugh. So I hate it when my laptop is like, I can't! And we'll be here, Jenna. And here is another random piece of information for you. So, the largest internal organ that we have is the small intestine. So, it might be misnamed. It's actually called the small intestine because of the diameter of the intestinal tissue compared to the large intestine, rather than the length of it. And your largest organ is your skin, which is outside you. I mean, I guess it's inside and outside, but it's not an internal organ. Bumping my laptop here. That's fine. I'll just like, what? Like, go stare at nothing. It's fine. Hello, Yashi. How are you tonight? Welcome to the Dazzle. Thank you for joining us. It's 2 a.m. there. Whew. Yeah, it's only about 8 here. Okay. Starting to fall. Chat's kind of hitting a lull, so should we get out of game or should we just keep hanging out and chatting tonight? You tell me. What do you guys want to do tonight? Oh, looks like we're getting votes for the monkeys. I mean, that's not a bad vote. I love the little monkeys. Hello, Prawn. Do I remember the person that was chatting in that one video? I'm assuming that you are referencing the video that went viral. And yes, I remember Crave. I always say Crave, it's Carve. I'm gonna add another graphics card to my PC, so I gotta pull it off of my desk so I shall be back. Oh, good luck with that, Toaster. I have your stream on my TV though, so I'll see it, but I'm unable to speak. That sounds very ambitious. You're always like so like hands-on with your computer, and I just like think about doing that stuff and it sounds like doing surgery, and I'm just like, ooh, I'd kill it. I'd make my computer dead. There's no conditions in which I would want to be opening up my computer. It would die. I don't know what its organs are. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's safe to touch. I don't know what it says about me that I'm more comfortable with the idea of cutting into a human being than opening up my computer. But there we are. I love my little setup. I put so much time and money into it. Yeah, I imagine that would be really cool to be able to like know how all of that works and be able to like design something that is very specific for what you're doing with it. And yeah, education absolutely makes a difference. And hello, Arg, how are you tonight? Well, we're currently doing a poll to see if we should start a game or just continue to chill. And right now it looks like we're going to be bringing on the monkeys because balloons are amazing. Linus Text Tips on YouTube is extremely good if you're ever wanting to learn about PCs. There's definitely that whole like... I absolutely love knowing things, but yeah, there's definitely a limit to like how much time you can invest in the knowing of the things. And I always find myself like hyper focusing and going back to like, I want to know the medical things the most. So anytime I have downtime to like learn things, it's almost always like, well, I got to read the new medical research. Sometimes it's crafty stuff, but yeah. I wish that there was more time in my lifetime to learn and master different skill sets, because there's such a vast well of human knowledge that I will never experience. And it's wild and crazy how much we know and how little of it I will ever personally know. I wish we had more time and more capacity to learn the things, because man, I wish I could know it all. I wish I could know all the stuff. Because it's just so fascinating how the world and the universe works. And how just everything functions. Maybe I'm too curious for my own good. I don't know. do I need a balloon buddy or should I? Oh, you're definitely welcome to join and be a balloon buddy if you would like. Because we are definitely bringing on the monkeys. I mean, you should be able to hear them in the background now, so. Da, 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 da.